Every Minecrafter has something they're good at, or at least something they prefer to do in the game. That might be building, exploring, or even farming. Then there's the classification of Redstoners, and they can do some amazing things like build computers, farms, or contraptions that do something. Most of the time, I'd consider myself a builder, but I've been getting in touch with my redstone side of things, and I want to show you 3 circuits that I think every Minecrafter should know. And make sure you stick around to the last one, because it brings everything home. The first circuit I want to show you is what I call the farming circuit. The reason I call it this is because I use this exact design, as well as many other Minecrafters, in making automatic farms, so I can just set it and forget it and get tons of blocks. Or, well, farming things, that is. To build this, you're going to need... I did it wrong. To build this, you're going to need 2 building blocks of your choice, a barrel or a chest, 1 hopper, mud, 1 observer, 1 piston, 1 piece of redstone dust, and depending on the farm you're making, something that can be waterlogged, I like to use mangrove roots. Then to start building it, go ahead and place down your chest or barrel, run a hopper into the back of that, place your mud block on top of that hopper. I'll explain in a second why I'm using a mud block. Go ahead and place a temporary block right here, placing a building block above that, taking out your temporary block. Then take your piston and have it facing towards the mud block. Then place a building block behind that piston. Place your observer on top of the piston so that way the face is also facing the mud block. And then place a piece of redstone dust on top of this building block. With that, the general circuit is done. The mangrove roots or your waterlogged block can go behind the mud if you are using anything like sugarcane or anything that needs to have water. If it doesn't, you don't need it. I love this design. This is the first one that I ever committed to memory, and I use this for so many things. Just to name a few, I use it for my bamboo farm, my sugarcane farm, twisting vines, and for some reason it despawned, but I also can use this design for kelp. To give you an example, this is how I use it with kelp. This design is tileable, so I can put it all next to each other. The kelp breaks within the water, floats up to this running water, and runs down into hoppers. And the reason I like to use mud is because mud is not the height of a full block. So if something falls on top of it, it's going to get sucked through by those hoppers, which I think is pretty cool. Up next is a very simple block swapper. This works great if you want to swap between 2 blocks that you are using, such as the cartography table or the crafting table, or if you want to swap between blocks for a bubble elevator, so that way the magma cubes pull you down and the soul sand pushes you up. To build it, all you're going to need is 2 sticky pistons, 3 building blocks of your choice, 2 pieces of redstone dust, a redstone torch, and a lever, and then 2 of whatever blocks you're swapping between. I'm just going to use the crafting table and the cartography table for my example. To start off, go ahead and place down a building block right here with a temporary block here and a building block on top of that. Take out your temporary block, placing another one right here and a building block above that, taking out this middle block. Go ahead and take your first sticky piston. We're going to place it right there in front of this block. Going behind this to place a piece of redstone dust right there with the redstone torch right there. Take your second piece of redstone dust, placing it on this block. Then we can take our second sticky piston. We're going to place it on top of this redstone torch, so that way it faces this way and it's going to power on when you do that. Then all we need to do is add our lever there and our circuit is now complete. Then all that's left to do is add the blocks that you want to swap between, and there you go. Like I said before, this is a great circuit to know to swap between 2 different blocks that you're using for bubble elevators, or you could even make a secret door with this same circuit. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you like to use this? Our third circuit is a Ender Pearl stasis chamber. This is one of my favorites to use because it allows me to go exploring and I don't have to worry about finding a bed or anything because it just teleports me back at night. I even have my own behind my lighthouse right on over here in my forever world. And the best thing about it is it's pretty much only 3 blocks. You need a daylight detector, a trapdoor of your choice, and a piece of soul sand. All you're going to do is dig down by 7 blocks, replacing that 7th block with the soul sand, create a bubble elevator going up to the surface, placing down your daylight detector right here, and the trapdoor off of it like so. If you'd like this to switch to a nighttime detector, you can go ahead and click on it and it's going to do the exact same thing, just when it turns day. But I prefer to keep it as a daylight detector so that way when it turns to daytime, I get teleported back to the spot. Now I just need an ender pearl. I can then take that, staring right down the center of this hole, throwing my ender pearl. It's going to pop up here, and then eventually I can run off in any direction that I want, and then when it turns day, this trapdoor is going to activate and teleport me right back to this spot. But let me know in the comments down below. Out of the three, what's your favorite circuit? And if you'd like to check out more of my videos, you can check out this video in the top right corner where I show you how to use the geyser. But that's enough out of me, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!